Video content is funded by a Show Me Entrepreneurial grant for agriculture through the Missouri Agricultural and Small Business Development Authority. This is one in a series of videos designed to assist small, value-added ag producers with branding, product messaging, marketing, and digital communications skills. This video series is a joint endeavor between the University of Central Missouri and Missouri State University.
I'm Jill Robertson, and I have 30 years of professional marketing and communications experience. And for the last 17 years of my career, before retiring in 2022, I coordinated communications and marketing for a $1 billion ag lending cooperative. And while that business is locally owned by its members in Western Arkansas, it is also part of a national ag lending entity. My position there put me in the front lines of working with small, local ag producers, where I helped develop and implement a number of programs locally and statewide to support small, local markets and producers. I truly appreciate the challenges that small producers face in growing their customer base and operation. As a small value-added producer, you're in situations probably daily that present an opportunity for you to share the basics of your business. And ideally, these quick encounters present a chance for you to share the passion behind your products and business model. I'm not talking about going into selling mode whenever you meet someone new. That's not a natural relationship dynamic. In fact, I think we'd agree that nobody's comfortable in that situation. That approach creates instant distance and skepticism and has us all plotting an escape route. Instead, I'm talking about simply thinking through how you share your passion for your small business with somebody already in your social sphere or daily life. Folks you may just sort of know or who may not know about your small business. In my former career, I had a coworker who intentionally wore her name tag outside of the office. And when asked about it, she explained that it was very purposeful. She said she never missed an opportunity to spark a conversation, whether it be with that grocery checkout person or her hairdresser, or maybe the person waiting on her in a restaurant. In fact, she was at her child's sporting event one time when a fellow parent she'd known for a while noticed her name tag and asked her about it. Perhaps they were just looking to make small talk. But in the course of that conversation, my friend shared the passion she has for her work, and lo and behold, that person she was visiting with had a business need that fit what we did. And that chance encounter, that small talk after school, resulted in a considerable piece of new business for that employee. Now, she hadn't set out to sell fellow parents at a soccer game anything. She'd only been willing to drop a few crumbs about who she is, and that very organically translated into an opportunity. People are genuinely interested in who we are if it's done in a genuine way. And that's the idea behind crafting and practicing an elevator speech. It helps you be ready and confident when opportunities arise. And the easiest way to be genuine is to simply focus on what makes you the most happy about what you do. So why is it called an elevator speech? Well, think about getting on an elevator and striking up idle chit-chat in that just 20 or 30-second time frame that you'll spend with that person, with their undivided attention. And that's all the longer your elevator speech really needs to be. Quick and succinct. Again, you're not selling your product. Instead, you're sharing who you are and why you're passionate about what you do. I have a favorite goat milk soap that I found at a farmer's market more than 10 years ago. And that Saturday, I can tell you, I was shopping for produce, not soap. I didn't think I needed soap, let alone goat milk soap. But as I walked past this person's table at the market, there were photos of just adorable baby goats, and they caught my eye. I hadn't planned to stop, but as I paused and made just slight eye contact with that woman behind the table, she smiled and she said, "I just love my goat babies." Now, I could have ended it at that, and my momentary hesitation could have just been that, just I could have moved on my way. But she followed up. She was ready with another line that told me just a little more that drew me in. And she said, I've been breeding and raising Nigerian dwarf goats for 6 years, and the breed is known for high milk production, and that's what's led me into making my own high-quality soaps. Not only did I want to put all that milk to good use, but I also saw a need for really good quality natural products with no chemicals in them. The soap I want to use. Okay, so now I was super intrigued. All of a sudden, I want to learn more about these adorable Nigerian dwarf goats, and I want to see how she makes the soap, and she makes it the way I want it, natural with no chemicals. So I stepped closer and I began to learn, and I asked some questions. And I learned that Delinda has a passion for her goaties, as she calls them. She also has this natural passion for the soap she makes. Her passion is what drew me in. She wasn't trying to sell me anything that morning. She was just simply presenting me with her very interesting story and creating an opportunity for me to buy. I tried her soap. It's amazing. I got my husband hooked on it too, and my adult children started asking for it after they moved away from home. I've given it as gifts, and I have a number of family members who love it, and I pass along her products, and I share her online ordering portal information all the time. We've become friends, and I've even been to her farm. I played with the goats, and I've watched her make soap. And while she does a number of real solid marketing things to promote her business, I consider her well thought out elevator speech as the foundation of her marketing toolbox. So I challenge you as a small business owner to put thought into just how you share that passion. Your business, your products. You are obviously doing this because you enjoy what you're doing. Share that feeling when you tell folks about what you do. Allow people to have a glimpse of this side of who you are. You never know where that might lead. As an example, I'll pretend that I have a small apple orchard and I primarily sell apples at my local farmer's market. Okay, so this will be, let's say it's my second year at the market, and I want to grow my customer base because I'm still scaling up and the profits are thin, so I don't have a lot to spend on marketing. I'm going to take the little bit I have for marketing and I'm going to buy some custom t-shirts and maybe some business cards. So now let's assume that I wear my custom Jill's Apples t-shirts as often as I can. And let's say that today I've been invited to a friend's afternoon barbecue and I'm going to meet some new folks. And in the scope of small talk, let's say I'm asked about Jill's Apples. And I'm ready with the elevator speech that I've been running through my head in the privacy of my car while I've been running errands over the past few weeks. And I'm ready with, I inherited my grandmother's small organic apple orchard a few years ago, and I have really fond memories of helping her pick fruit as a child, and I'm continuing to use all the organic methods that she taught me with the apples. And you know what? She made the most delicious apple pie, and she'd always freeze plenty of apples at the end of the season, and she'd pull those out, and she would make apple pies Thanksgiving and Christmas every year, and that's such a family memory. And now I'm selling apples and when they're in season, and I've expanded on our ideas, and I'm producing some no sugar added applesauce and apple butters in the off season. And that's it. It's an opening. And in the very least, it tells my new acquaintance what I do. No harm done. I haven't tried to sell a thing, but I did toss in the fact that I'm at the local farmer's market. Now, on the other hand, it also leaves the door cracked just enough that the conversation could go anywhere. Anything from reminiscing about shared childhood memories with grandparents, maybe picking fruit, maybe there's an interest in sugar-free products. It could even morph into a fairly technical conversation about what organic means for my production. And I've just dropped enough crumbs to potentially find some type of connection with whomever I'm talking to. And that's what conversation is. It's just looking for common ground. And as the expert in your operation, you're poised to follow that conversation in whatever direction it goes. Again, you're not selling anything. You're simply providing information, answering questions, having a conversation. You're never going to know exactly what motivates individual buyers. So begin by thinking about your own elevator speech. Run it by a trusted friend for input. Practice it ahead of time. Change it up as your operation or even the season might dictate. It'll become a valuable tool in your marketing toolbox.
Video content is funded by a Show Me Entrepreneurial grant for agriculture through the Missouri Agricultural and Small Business Development Authority. This is one in a series of videos designed to assist small, value-added ag producers with branding, product messaging, marketing, and digital communications skills. This video series is a joint endeavor between the University of Central Missouri and Missouri State University.